There's been a lot of talk in the last few years about whether or not political stances and political and social statements should be made in companies and sporting organizations. Do you feel like every single company or sporting organization should be open to including those things, even if it means ostracizing a huge number of their fan base, especially in a world where it can be difficult for people to figure out what accurate information actually is?
Yeah, the accuracy of the information really muddies the water. I mean, who knows what's true anymore? It's absolutely maddening.
Brexit, an example. I mean, the people voting for Brexit, they're talking about economists can't even understand the full implications of that, let alone the your average working class who might be voting for it.
And then you vote out of emotion or based on the latest ad, and then you come to regret it later on. But there'd be a two-part answer. I think, firstly, you need to make sure that whatever you stand up for is relevant and authentic to your business. And I think across all businesses, there are three issues which everyone has to address. A fair living wage, which is the number one concern of all Americans, according to Just Capital research. You have to have some sort of sustainability profile where you're not making bad things that have bad impact. People don't want to see that anymore. And thirdly, you need to have some D&I, some sort of diversity and inclusion policy. Even if a small company, you've got to do that. That's really table stakes now. But then you should commit to an issue that is relevant to your brand. And by that I mean, if someone sees you standing up for that issue, they go, of course, that makes sense. If you're just jumping onto the latest bandwagon, that doesn't make sense. But to your larger question, should every company do it? I mean, that ship has sailed in the sense that if you've looked over the last few years, every company has been standing up around same-sex marriage, abortion, gun control, the war in Ukraine. I mean, you saw Starbucks, PepsiCo, McDonald's, all of them pulling out of Russia on the basis of their values, which actually came at the cost of huge value to their business. But it was more valuable to them to be seen to stand up against sort of, such actions by Russia. So yes, you do have to stand up on an issue, but you have to do those three that I mentioned first, always, and then you need to find an issue that is really logical for your business. It's not about trying to speak to all things and just playing whack-a-mole with every issue that's out there.